Imagine opening your door to cops flashing badges, demanding you unlock your backyard pool for the community, or face arrest, all because your nosy HOA queen decided your private oasis was suddenly public property. But as Karen stood there smirking like she'd already dipped her toes in victory, she had no clue she'd just awakened a sleeping giant ready to drown her in her own lies. In the sun-dappled suburbs of Oakwood Estates, Ohio, where picket fences hid more secrets than smiles, lived Alex Thompson, a quiet software engineer in his mid-40s. Alex had inherited his modest ranch-style home from his late parents, complete with a sparkling in-ground pool that was more sanctuary than showpiece. It was where he'd learned to swim as a kid, where family barbecues turned into epic water fights, and now, where he escaped the grind of remote work with a late-night dip. The neighborhood seemed idyllic: manicured lawns, block parties with potlucks, kids on bikes, but beneath the veneer lurked the iron fist of the Homeowners Association, ruled by none other than Margaret Marge Wilkins, the self-anointed guardian of community standards. Marge, a retired accountant with a perm as tight as her grip on power, paraded around in pastel cardigans and pearls, preaching about unity and order at every monthly meeting. But whisper too loud, and you'd catch the rumors: how she nitpicked paint colors to force sales, how her fines funded her lavish cruises. Alex had heard the gossip but shrugged it off, until it landed on his doorstep. One crisp autumn afternoon, as leaves swirled in the breeze, Alex found a crisp envelope tucked into his mailbox, stamped with the HOA's eagle emblem. Inside, a violation notice for restricting access to communal recreational amenities. His pool, it claimed, violated bylaw 17.4 by being locked. Fine, $200 per day until compliance. Alex chuckled at first, assuming a mix-up. Communal? It's in my damn backyard, he muttered, crumpling the paper. But that night, scrolling through the HOA forums on his phone, he saw the whispers: Thompson's hoarding the pool like it's Fort Knox. Selfish much? Kids could use a swim spot. Lies, planted like weeds. Alex bit his tongue, watching from afar as Marge's online alias Oakwood Watchdog fanned the flames with posts like, "True neighbors share, or face the consequences." The real trouble brewed a week later at the HOA's quarterly barbecue, held in the community park under string lights and the scent of grilled burgers. Alex showed up with a six-pack, hoping to blend in. But Marge cornered him by the potato salad. "Alex. Dear," she cooed, her voice syrupy sweet with that Midwestern twang masking venom. "I've been getting complaints. That pool of yours, it's practically a community asset. Why not open it up? Think of the children." Alex set his plate down, forcing a polite smile. "Marge, it's private property. Built by my dad. Not up for sharing." Her eyes flashed behind her bifocals, but she kept the facade. "Oh, honey. Bylaws say otherwise. All water features over 500 square feet must be accessible. Safety first. You know." Alex's jaw tightened. "Show me the bylaw." She patted his arm condescendingly. "It's in the handbook. Page 87. Don't make me escalate this, for your sake." He left early, fuming, but silent. Back home, he dug out the dusty HOA binder from his garage. No such rule. Page 87 was about mailbox heights. But the next morning, another envelope, fine doubled for defiance. And the rumors escalated: forum posts claiming Alex was antisocial, hoarding resources during a heat wave. Neighbors averted eyes at the grocery store, one even muttered, "Pool hog," as he passed. Alex stewed, documenting everything in a notebook. his engineers mind piecing patterns like code. Marge, he realized, wasn't just petty, she was a puppet master, twisting Trotter into a tool for control. When he politely emailed the board for clarification, Marge replied alone, appeal denied. Open the gate. Or pay up. We're watching. That night, peering through his blinds, Alex spotted her car idling outside. Headlights off. He didn't react, yet. But inside, the plan simmered. The pressure cooker hissed louder over the following weeks, turning Oakwood's faux serenity into a pressure chamber of absurdity. Marge's fines piled up like junk mail, $500 for non-compliant pool fencing, it was 6 feet. Standard. $300 for unauthorized water usage, as if rain needed permission. Alex's mailbox overflowed. Each notice signed with Marge's flourished script, quoting phantom rules like community hydration equity. He paid nothing, shredding them methodically. But the whispers turned to shouts. At the next HOA meeting in the stuffy rec center, fluorescent lights buzzing like angry bees, Marge held court from a folding table throne. Item 6, amenity access, she announced, her voice booming through the mic. Certain residents, won't name names, are undermining our harmony by locking away shared joys. Eyes darted to Alex in the back row. He raised his hand calmly. Marge, that shared joy is on my deed. Private. Care to explain the made-up bylaws? The room hushed. Marge's smile strained, cheeks flushing pink. Mr. Thompson, our guidelines evolve for the greater good. If you can't adapt, perhaps Oakwood isn't for you. A few nods from her cronies, but murmurs of doubt rippled. Evolve? Or invent? Alex pressed, his tone even but edged. I've checked the originals. No pool sharing clause. She banged her gavel, a plastic mallet from a hardware store, dramatically. Out of order. Next infraction. And will involve authorities. Post-meeting. As folks milled with coffee. Old Mrs. Patel pulled Alex aside by the donut table. She's done this before, she whispered, glancing over her shoulder. The Garcias had a trampoline, fined until they sold cheap. Turns out, Marge's nephew flipped it. Alex nodded, filing it away. Days later, the escalation hit peak ridiculous. Marge showed up at his gate with a measuring tape, snapping photos over the fence. Inspection time, she trilled. Alex stepped out, arms crossed. Trespassing much? She waved a clipboard. HOA right-of-way for safety checks. Your chlorine levels look off, fine incoming. He laughed bitterly. Chlorine? You're measuring air now? Her eyes narrowed. Laugh while you can. Non-compliance costs. That week, the fines topped $5,000. And the online smear campaign peaked, posts calling Alex a recluse hoarder with doctored pics of his neglected pool. It was pristine. Neighbors egged his car one night. Alex cleaned it silently, camera rolling from his window. But he dug deeper. Hacking public records, legally. Via county sites, to trace HOA funds. Patterns emerged, dues vanishing into consultant fees for ghost companies. One linked to Marge's sister. The noose tightened. But Alex waited, patient as a spider. The boiling point erupted on a sweltering July evening. Sirens wailing through the twilight as 2 squad cars pulled up to Alex's curb. Lights painting the cul-de-sac red and blue. Neighbors emerged like moths to flames. Phones out. Whispering. Marge stood triumphant on his porch, arms folded, as officers knocked. Open up. HOA enforcement, one barked. Alex answered calmly. Phone recording in his pocket. Officers. What's this about? The lead cop. Badge glinting. Thrust of paper. Complaint, denying community pool access. Violation of shared amenity ordinance. Unlock it now. Or face liens, and possible detainment for obstruction. Alex's pulse raced. But his voice stayed steady. Shared? It's my property. Deed says so. Marge stepped forward. Heels clicking like ticks. Oh. Alex. Always the rebel. Bylaws mandate equity. Think of the kids sweltering without a dip. You're racking up $1,000 daily now. The crowd gasped. One neighbor chuckled nervously at the absurdity. Equity? Or extortion? Alex shot back, pulling out his printed bylaws. Show me the rule. Marge. Not your fantasy version. Her face twisted in faux shock. Hand to chest. How dare you accuse me of creativity? Officers. He's defiant. The cops shifted uncomfortably. One murmured. Ma'am. This seems civil. Not criminal. But Marge doubled down. Voice rising to a shrill pitch. Arrest him if he resists. He's undermining order. Alex leaned in, whispering just for her. You forged those docs. Didn't you? Shell companies too. Her eyes widened in panic. Mask cracking. The standoff drew reporters. Local news vans rolled up. Alex seized the moment. Addressing the crowd, folks. She's not protecting us, she's robbing us. Check your dues. Where'd the money go? Murmurs turned to outrage. Marge sputtered. Lies. Slander. But as real evidence packets, Alex's compiled dossier, circulated via quick emails from his phone. Her allies faltered. The cops backed off, citing dispute resolution needed. Marge stormed away. But not before hissing. You'll pay for this. That night, Alex filed a formal complaint with the state attorney general, attaching bank trails, forged signatures, and witness statements from ex-residents. The investigation exploded. Audits revealed Marge's racket, fines funneled to her kin's real estate flips, totaling over $300,000 siphoned. In court weeks later, under glaring lights, Marge sat primly. But her testimony unraveled. I acted for the community, she claimed. Voice quivering. Alex. On the stand. Dismantled her, community? Or your wallet? Exhibit A, your sister's LLC buying foreclosed homes cheap. The judge's gavel fell like thunder, fraud guilty. 5 years probation. Restitution ordered. Marge's face contorted in humiliated fury as deputies escorted her. Pearls clacking uselessly. As the dust settled in Oakwood, the air felt lighter. Fences mended not by mandates but mutual nods. Alex's pool remained his. A quiet haven where he hosted voluntary barbecues now. Laughter echoing without fear. The HOA reformed into a true council. Rotating leaders. No more queens. Ex-families returned. Homes reclaimed at fair prices. Sharing stories over pie. Marge? She slunk away to a condo downtown. Clipboard gathering dust. Her authority exposed as the joke it was. Alex burned the final nullified fine in his fire pit one evening. Ashes scattering like her empire. Neighbors cheered. Toasting to real community. But here's the kicker, was Alex the hero for fighting back? Or just another vigilante bending rules? You tell me, in a world of petty tyrants like Marge. Is silence complicity? Or is revenge the only justice? Drop your thoughts below. Who's really the villain here?